So to remedy that wimpiness of the horn on the truck, we are going to try out a couple of the Moto-HORN trumpets. I've heard mixed reviews about them. Some people say that they're really not that good necessarily, and then some people say, yeah, they're amazing. Of course, if you watch all the videos online, it makes you think like you're standing in front of a train. But I'm sure they are pretty loud. I mean, it's a trumpet style horn. I caught these on one of the Black Friday deals, so I mean, they were really cheap. But it's kind of an all-in-one kit. It has a little air compressor here. You just tie it into your factory horn wires, and of course when you hit the horn, compressor comes on, it makes a little bit of air and blows the horn. But anyway, it comes with wiring harness kit here. It has the relays. All the pins are numbered. The instructions with it are actually pretty clear, straightforward on how to hook it up. It tells you which pin goes to what. It sends all the wiring for it. Again, it sends a host of connectors. It sends some wire, there's some 18 gauge wire for like the relay connections, and then it comes with a piece of 12 gauge wire for the heavy duty, like for the compressor connections and stuff like that. But like I say, I got these on Black Friday. They were pretty cheap. I bought two, so we're gonna run dual horns and see if it makes a difference. So it's not really gonna be a how-to install video necessarily. So I'm just gonna kind of jump straight forward to having them mounted, and then we'll get them hooked up and see how they sound. Now, believe it or not, there's really not a ton of room underneath the trucks, and I didn't want to mount them underneath the truck. So anyway, we have this section of frame horn right here, and they fit pretty darn good right there. So anyway, we're just going to mount them on the frame horns right there, and they're right here next to the opening in the grill. So if they are loud, well, I mean, we really should, be able to hear them. So anyway, I'm going to get those mounted up. We'll get them all hooked up, and we'll see how they sound. All right, so we got them all mounted down to the frame sections here, right in the front. And like I say, it was pretty straightforward, guys. Like I say, it wasn't a how-to video, but I mean, all the included parts. I mean, here's the little compressors. I just mounted them right next to each other. It comes with, so each kit comes with one trumpet, one compressor, one relay, and all the wiring and connections for that. And of course, again, I caught this on the Black Friday deal, so I got two for really cheap. So I just mounted everything just right next to each other right here. We're right next to the alternator, so it was very easy to tie in the main return and the main supply line. And so anyway, all I got to do differently, though, is I'm going to have to get some more hose. Obviously, it does not come with enough hose to reach all the way across the front of this truck to the other side. So I'm about 15 foot short. So what I'm going to do is, and maybe it'll work, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get some T's, a couple of T's and 15 foot of hose. And I'm going to tie both these compressors in together so that both compressors are feeding both horns at the same time. Maybe it'll make a little bit of difference. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. We're going to grab some hose right quick, get those plumbed in right there. And then there's nothing left other than turning the batteries on and hitting the button. Now, tying the relays into the horn where the buttons work on the steering wheel was pretty simple. Our factory horn is literally right down here, so I just unplugged the wiring harness off the factory horn, tied into that, and that's what's going to activate the relays. And then, of course, your main power goes through the relay. You hit the button, it energizes the relay, turns the compressor on, out it goes to the horn. Beep. Hopefully, we'll see. Anyways, we'll be back. All right, so I went and picked up some more hose and got a couple of T's here. So we just tied the compressors in together so that both compressors are feeding each horn together. And let me prop the phone up. We'll turn the batteries on and we'll see what kind of difference it made over that wimpy stock horn. Okay, I'm gonna say first impressions is, oh my God, they are actually legitimately really freaking loud. That's amazing. I mean, it's just two little trumpet horns and those little air compressors, but it is like overwhelmingly different and way louder than even I suspected it was going to be. But anyway, there you go. Moto horns. Like I say, you can see them all over Facebook. They're all over Amazon. They're all over YouTube and everything like that. And guys, they actually legitimately do sound pretty darn good. So now we got some real horns on the real truck. And that's it. We'll see you guys later. I got to hear that one more time. Sorry. That's pretty flippin' cool.